Jacob. Journalism.
Inertia is a property of matter.
Jacob. In science journalism, sometimes articles are written to get a reaction rather than to inform the public. In a way, it's just like a chemical reaction. This is aluminum powder. It represents flawed scientific research, results that have not been replicated, research conducted with certain biases, and other transgressions against the scientific method. This is iron oxide, basically just rust. It represents the public's failures in critical thinking. Even if you aren't a trained scientist, it's important to evaluate scientific results, checking to make sure that everything is logically explained and free from distortion. When these two substances mix, they form a composition called thermite, which results in a violent redox reaction. The oxygen atoms transfer from the iron to the aluminum, creating molten iron and aluminum oxide. Since the reaction is self-oxidizing, once started, it is almost impossible to extinguish. This reaction is exothermic, so it creates a great deal of heat energy, reaching temperatures of over 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This book represents everything we know about science and the world and how it works. Scientists are constantly pushing to expand this base of knowledge. However, sometimes all it can take is a tiny spark of faulty science to distort our view of reality. Actually, this reaction has an extremely high activation energy, meaning that it takes something very hot to get it started. This is similar to our dilemma in science journalism, because if this flame represents a bad scientific study, you can see that it's not enough to get a reaction. What we need is something to get everything moving. In this case, I will use lithium, a volatile alkali metal. This represents science journalism. It spreads scientific research to the public, which, as you can see in some cases, can have disastrous results.